Hello, my name is Warren Randall, and I'm going to show you how to create a character from scratch in 5e. Yeah, well, DnD5e for Fantasy Grounds Unity. First thing you want to do is you want to check with your game master and find out what books are allowed. So right here, the game master will tell you, or he might say all books that I have allowed, whatever. But you want to check to see what books are allowed. In this case, let's open this up. So it opens. In this case, the regular player handbook is available on our Arcana, Xanathars, Toshers, and Sword Coast. All right. So let's just stick this here. So we're going to open up any of the modules or the books. You want to hit Library, and you want to hit Module. And then you want to come here, and you want to find books that are allowed. All right. So normally I would just type, this is players. So normally for players, you actually got to type it exactly for the players. All right, like that, and then hit enter. And then right here you can choose the players. Once that will open, this title says it's done. It'll say unloaded, which means it's open. If you want to unload it, you click it. If it says load, you want to load it. So I'm going to type in players. All right, so we're under Arcana, so we'll open that one. Xanathars, we'll open that one. Cautious, we'll open that one. Oops, this one's still open. Hold up. Oops, Xanathars. Cautious, and Sword Coast. And so I got them all open. All right, so we're gonna get out of this. Then next thing you want to do is we'll open the 5e effects coding from Rob Tui. So you just need to open like the features and feats, racial traits, and the spells. These are the ones you need for right now. Usually I'll tell you to open all the Rob Tui stuff, but this is all you need for right now. So we'll need to open the rest. So now we've got all those books open. Maybe we'll close this and close this. I'm going to create two characters, a fighter and a spellcaster. So in this case, for my servers, I tell the players to use the new player character sheet. So we're going to open two of those. Just going to create two separate characters. If you want to add token portraits, you double click in there, double click here, double click there, and I'll take this one for that. Click this, and we're going to create a mage. All right, so, oh man, I think that stuff already in these. So I get rid of those picks. Don't have. Let's see. Okay, that's not that one. This one here. And maybe this one. Yeah, something out. Let me get rid of it. Let me put something in there. So I'll pick it again. All right, this one. All right, so now we got these. Let me release these. All right, so now let's add an image in here. One for mage. All right, so now we got, we'll create a fighter, then we'll create a mage. All right, so starting stats is always 10. So some GMs, they have different ways they do the point buy and all this other stuff. It might let you roll. Everybody will have their own different ways to do their stats. But for the 6 stats, for the games I've run, they all start at 10, can't be lower than 10, they can't be higher than 18 when you first create your character. So I would suggest pick your race first. So for the fighter, I'm going to pick um I'm gonna pick, let's say, human. I mean a human. Actually, I'll take a variant human, and I drop that in the race for that. Get to choose my stats. Get to choose the two abilities. Let's see. What we can fight. So let's take strength and constitution, and then I get to pick some skills. I'll just one that. All right. And then for this one, let's do typical the elf. Drop the elf in there. And high elf. So now I got the two my races. So it's like, oh, I got my races. So next, let's do my stats. So I got 10 points to divide among my stats, and no stat can be higher than 18. So this is only a fighter. So I'm gonna put 5 points in strength. So make that 11 a 16. I got 5 more points. I'm gonna put see. I'm gonna put 2 in con. Make that a 13. And we're gonna put 3 in the dex. The remaining 3 in the dex. Also make that a 13. For the wizard, I think the wizard spell casting is intelligence, I believe. So let's put 7 in there to make that an 18, and then I have 3 left. Um, I'll put 2 in the corner, make that a 12. And all you gotta do is click in there and change it, and then I'll put 1 and wisdom, make that 11. All right, so now I got my stats. All right, so now I'm gonna pick my class. So I'm gonna take, let's go with a fighter. Find the fighter. Here we go. I'm just gonna drag and drop that class in there, and I get some abilities. Okay, and then find me a wizard. Drag and drop that wizard in there. And got some more abilities for wizard, and that's that. And so now I got my class, got my fighter, and got my first level wizard. Do background. Let's see, for the fighter, let's say gladiator. Let's say mercenary veteran. And then for the scout, for the wizard, I will say sage background. So now I got my background. Sorry. So this pretty much is the bulk of it here. Now your character is pretty much ready to go, with the exception of maybe your gear and stuff. Now we're gonna go ahead. I'm gonna show you how gear is. I'll just do it for just the one. So you want to click the little glass here, and click this icon here for the bring up the fighter stuff. And then let's put this over here. Let me close this. Drag this down. So now here we're gonna see what they get for equipment. So I get chainmail. I could choose A or B. So you want to click the items. Bring this over here. And since well, let me get out of here. Make sure I do that. So I want chainmail, so I'm gonna type in mail. And oops. And this will bring up the chainmail. Whoops, hold on. Close this. Okay. You want to go to the inventory, bring up the inventory tab, and I guess I got stuff from the merchandise, so there's stuff already in there. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna drag over the chainmail. The next thing says I get a martial weapon and shield, or 2 martial weapons. You know what? I'm gonna go with a long sword. All right, and then get a shield. I'm gonna type in shield, and then I'm gonna drag the shield in. And then next thing says I can get a light crossbow, so with some bolts. So I'm gonna type in light, and then I'm gonna drag that in, and then I'm gonna type in bolts, and I'm gonna drag the 20 bolts in here. And the last is I get the Dungeoneer or Explorer kit. So I'm just gonna type in pack, and I'm gonna drag and drop the Explorer kit down here. And then this sword kit has a bunch of stuff in it. You can see how a bunch of stuff populated in there. Now you wanna make sure your stuff is equipped so it shows up. Like if let's see, if I don't equip my chainmail, let's see, let's unequip it. I go to my armor class, I'll see my armor class is 13. If I go back to inventory, if I equipped it, it's carried now, then hit again, equipped it, I go here, see my armor class is 18. And same thing for your weapons. If I think that's true anyway for weapons. Hold on and the same thing for your shield. Like if I unequip my shield, armor class, it dropped to 16. If I re-equipped it there, then it goes back up to 18. And I also believe, let me see, under weapons, and where's my sword? So if I unequip my sword, let me see if it, I think it does it show up? No, it's still there. So I guess it doesn't move it from there, but you want to keep your sword equipped. Okay, so just remember to keep things equipped, especially your armor, because if you unequip your armor, you ain't going to have no armor class. All right, so now I drag and dropped all that stuff in there. So the next thing is your special abilities. Now the fighter gets in your traits, special abilities and traits, and a feat. Okay, so I do get a feat, and I do have second wind, and I have fighting style. I kind of know what I'm going to take, so I say what fighting style I'm going to take is probably, I'm going to take dueling. So here I'm going to take dueling, and I got second wind. Now, what I'm going to do is, let's get rid of this. So what you want to do is you want to open up the spells. Now, I have an extension that automatically populates stuff, and not everybody's going to have that extension. So what you're going to want to do is you want to add the dueling and second wind. You're going to want to add that to your action tabs down here. Now, I have an extension, like I said, that does it automatically. If you can see it, everything is in here. Put the stuff in automatically. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to delete it. And it gave me too many anyway. Delete fighter. Delete this. Delete that. And then I'm going to delete this. All right. So I know I got fighting style, so I'm going to type. So you want to go up here. All right, under spells, you want to find 5e effect coding, and I want to find the features. So I'm going to go up to features, and then I want to try to find the fighting styles. So fighting, I think that might give it to me. The fighter's fighting style. I want to do it. So I'm going to take this, and I'm going to drag it and drop it in here. Now what it's going to do, it put it up here under here, but I want this to be a feature. So I'm going to change. So if I go under here and I type in features, plural, and hit enter, it'll create a new heading. You want to get rid of this extra space here. So I'm just going to backspace here. And this gives me a new feature. So now the two features I was supposed to get was fighting style duelist and second wind. So I'm going to go here, and then I'm going to type in second, and I get second wind. I'm going to drag that into here. And now I have my two features. So anytime I'm going to use this feature, I will click this effect and it will be put on me. Anytime I want to heal myself from second wind, I will press this and it will heal me. Okay. Press it heal me. Press this and it would add my bonus this. And I press this, this will heal me. All right. Then you can hit this right here, let you know that, hey, I used my second wind. All right. Now, also, as a human variant, I get a feat. So I get to choose a feat. So you want to go right here, 5e, effect coding, and feat. So I'm trying to find a feat, and I don't know what feat do I want to take. Any feat I want. We'll just take durable. So I would do the same thing. I'm going to go over here. I'm going to drag and drop durable in here, and you can see I put it there. I'm going to change that to feat. And then hit enter and get rid of the extra spaces. Then here, create a new header called feat. So anytime I would get any new feats, I can just drop it here. In this case, if I want this effect to be on me, I would hit it to put it on me. And then because it says self, I didn't want it on me again, click again, sometimes it'll take it off of you. And I'm getting errors here because it's not on the combat tracker. All right. So okay. So now I have my feet and I have my features. Now same thing for the race. The race. Well, we'll go over that. So now races get traits. Like a half elf has some traits. So we'll go over here. We'll go under the abilities and see what traits. Here's the traits that they get. They get some of these. So you want to do the same thing. You want to go here. You want to find racial traits, and then you can search by your race. We'll type in elf, and then everything for the elf will pop up here that you would get. So we'll see Fey and history. So it's the same thing. You're going to go under actions. Right, so go to actions, uh, that spells. Well, see here, let's again because of the how sometimes these things so it puts them in automatically. But let's get rid of it, get rid of that, and show you what I'm going to do like I did before. So I got we receive trance, find Freya's history. So I'm going to drop that under. Just drop it here. Then I'm going to change this to traits. Hit enter, and then that creates a new column. I'm going to get rid of that extra space. And boom. So now I got to chase down the other one. Ancestry. Other. Like trance or something. Let me take them. Where did they get that? Not sure why they get transfers there. I know what transfers. All right, let's put out a Rob 2E1. Huh. Guess I should go with it. Well, anyway, you get the idea. I'm not sure why I'm not getting trade. Let's take this Keen in there. Yeah. Well, anyway, so under traits, I'm not sure why I'm not finding all the traits I need, but even traits you can drag and drop those into. You will create. You drag drop it here, and then you create for your traits. All right. And so that's how. The next thing I want to do is spells. So now I have a wizard, and what I want to do is let's see. Click the magnifying glass. I can click this, and then I'll bring this over here. I'm gonna scroll down, and those are to get 3 cantrips and 2 first level spells. All right. So I'm going to open the spell thing again. I'm going to go to the Rob 2 spells this time right here, which is the Rob 2 spells is the 5e effects coding spells. I'm going to pick that up. I'm going to clear the search bar, and just going to go down to wizard. We're going to take some wizard spells and click wizard, so we only see the wizard spells. Now I get 3 cantrips, so I'm going to set this to 0 so I can get the 3 cantrips. So I can see only just the cantrips. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag a couple cantrips. I'll take Acid Splash. I'll just put it here for now. And then Acid Splash is not a trait, but it's a cantrip, so I'm going to change that to C-A-N-T-R cantrip. And then up here, create it, so get rid of the extra space once again. And now we have our cantrip, and I get 3 of these. So let's take Ray of Frost, drop that in there. And we'll take Shocking Grass and drop that in there. And you can collapse these by clicking the little magnifying glasses here. If you want to use any of these abilities, if you want to, this has a saving throw, not an attack. So your attack is empty, so that means you have to apply the save. And sometimes you want to click this little magnifying glass so to update. So I updated there. So you will target your person, then you would click the save button. And if you did damage, you would click this button to do damage. And for the attack ones, same thing. See, this one has a range, has an attack. So there's something in here. So if I'm going to attack it, I would hit that, press that button. And you see it's rolling. If I would hit, then I would just do this damage. And if it had an effect, then I would target a person, then I would click and put the effect on it. And we'll get into targeting and attacking stuff later in another video. Okay, so that's how you do those spells there. So now I get to, remember, Now I get 2 wizard spells, so now we'll still stay here. We'll change it to the 2 first level spells. I'm going to switch to the first level here. And then I'm going to grab some spells. And I already have a spell thing here. So I'm going to take Burning Hands, drop that there. All right, well, I still wanted the trait, so I'm just going to change it to spells. All right, hit enter. And now we got our spells here. Let me get rid of this. Well, I typed it. I typed it. Spells. Hit enter. And we'll go ahead and get rid of this. Let's get rid of that extra space there. And then we get another spell, and we'll take Grease. Using the good one. Now drop that right into there. And now that's both my spells are there. Let me see. If I want to use them, it's like this spell has a save, so that's nothing in the text. That means the person has a slave. Save. Remember I told you should click this and update. So click that. So if I target a person, drop the save on them, and if I fail this, then what if I fail to save, then I would do the damage here, and then we'll roll the damage over there. So I think that's it. That's just the basics of creating a character. And then once you're done, you want to come up here and switch this because you might want to see more stuff over here. Bring the sidebar. Then you want to switch it from create to play. And you can see all the play stuff here. Or if you want to put all the stuff there, you can have everything here. So this is just pretty much how to create a character. And if anybody have any questions who play my game, you can just talk to me in the chat. And I will answer any questions that you may have. I think that's it. I think I showed you everything. So then we'll get on to next. I'll do another video and show you about how to do targeting and do combat and the combat tracker here where you have stuff for the combat tracker there. So we're happy gaming and have a good one. Bye bye.